Okay. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. And they're going to be short. I'm fixing to go help someone put a floor down. A member of the church. So I'm fixing to go do that. But I figured while I was going to go do that, I wanted to talk about something. Like I said, there's a few things, but I just want to say this, and a lot of people that watch me may not care about what I'm going to talk about, and that's fine. But I just think it just kind of shows the way the world is acting. You know, the way it's changing. So most of you don't know, unless you're family, that I am a Star Wars fan. My dad took me when I was young to watch Star Wars, and ever since then I've been a fan. So when Disney introduced The Mandalorian, great, you know, new Star Wars to watch, right? And it's been great. They introduced us to Baby Yoda. If you've never seen Baby Yoda, you are missing out. You are missing out. It is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. He is adorable. I want one, but he's not real. Which is kind of my point to this. So the last episode of The Mandalorian was about The Mandalorian was supposed to take this sort of a species of a frog, right? Just imagine Star Wars species, and she's like a frog, right? Okay. Well, she has eggs, right? But these eggs aren't fertile, okay? She lays the eggs, but she has to give these eggs to the father for the father to fertilize, so they can become baby frogs, right? Well, if you've never seen The Mandalorian, Baby Yoda loves to eat. That's all he does is eat. It's adorable when he eats, okay? But that's all he does is eat. And he loves frogs. And he loves eggs. So, through the Mandalorian's journey to get the female frog lady, I can't think of what species, the name of it's called, but he's taking her to her home planet to meet up with her husband, to save her babies, and to continue the species, because I guess the species is in danger. Well, during this, little baby Yoda is eating some of the eggs, and the Mando has to tell him a couple of times to stop eating the eggs, baby Yoda, stop eating the eggs. I know you're hungry. We'll get you fed. Just stop eating the eggs. He eats 3 or 4 eggs, and they finally get to a planet where the Mandalorian ship was being chased by a couple of X-Wing fighters, and he had to crash land on this ice planet, and he got stuck, and so now you have a baby Yoda, you know, that is stuck on this planet, along with the frog lady, also along with the eggs, and the female frog is very concerned that her eggs could freeze and die. So she finds a hot spring, and she puts the eggs in the hot spring to keep them warm. And baby Yoda is constantly trying to get these eggs out of the water to eat them. And it's adorable because it's baby Yoda, people. And he finally walks away, and he finds these other eggs that are just laying around. It turns out, you know, it's just another species, kind of like a big spider. But they're eggs, and you know, he opens one, he eats it, and then of course all of them start to hatch. So, you know, then they're in trouble. Well, to make this long story short, Twitter has been, I can't even believe I'm having to say this. They're pulling their cancer culture bullshit on baby Yoda. That he was eating babies. He was eating eggs. He's eating babies. He's evil, he's eating babies. Well, Star Wars fans have been coming out trying to explain to people that these eggs were not fertile yet. Hence, they're just like an egg you would eat at home. Them eggs at home, they're not gonna hatch. Alright? They're not fertile eggs, they're just eggs, people. Alright? That was the first thing that the Star Wars community was trying to, you know, explain to people to get off of baby Yoda's ass, you know, because these people have nothing better to do than to pick on something that is a foot tall and is hungry, okay? Now, this ain't even the reason I'm making this. The reason I'm making this is because it's fake. It's fictional characters. Fictional characters. Star Wars is not real. And it gets better. They run baby Yoda through the ringer for eating these eggs. I've heard more outrage out of baby Yoda eating some eggs than I have heard of abortion. And that's why I made this video. Abortion is a very serious conversation that America and the world needs to have. Thou shalt not kill. It's a commandment. Go forth and multiply. It's the word of God. I would rather you plant your seed in the belly of a whore than on the ground. You should understand that. He makes it plain and clear. Why we procreate, why we have sex. Yes, it's fun. And yes, you can use it to show your love. But at the end of the day, sex is to reproduce. So what does it say about a culture that lambasts a fictional character that does not exist because he's eating eggs that are not real, when they won't take the abortion conversation seriously? I mean, look, if I'm wrong, okay, if I'm looking at this wrong, please tell me. I'm not one of these YouTubers who is going to block you for correcting me. That's not me. I could care less if you like me. And I do want to be corrected. If I am wrong, correct me. Okay? I'm telling you now. Correct me. But that's the way I felt about that. The simple fact that people are up in arms over a fictional story raising all this hell, acting self-righteous about this fictional character's eggs. When how many abortions are done every year? When how many babies are killed every year? When how many kids are kidnapped, murdered, raped every year? It was just, it's unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable to me. I think my facial expression says it all. If I didn't have my sunglasses on, my sarcasm look would be a lot, more prominent. But it boggles the mind. It truly does. It boggles the mind that these things are happening, and nobody's pointing them out. Nobody's addressing nothing. None of this. People are more aggravated and they're more invested in making baby Yoda look like a murderer than to say anything bad about abortion. I mean, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm wrong, tell me. I'd like to know. If I'm not making any sense, let me know. But it just seemed to me that I've said all I can say, because half of this argument is fiction, because it doesn't exist. The thing that they need to be worried about, the thing that they need to be talking about, is abortion. And these people just, that baby Yoda, I can't believe he ate that woman's eggs. You know the eggs were like CGI'd in there, right? They're not real eggs. And I think they were like a fluorescent orange. And, you know, I'm not a, you know, a school major in animal studies. I'm not Steve Irwin, so I couldn't tell you if there is a fluorescent orange egg out there. But I can't believe that this is what the world's coming to. And I told my wife, it was before the riots before the rioting had already started, that in the mid-90s, in the early 2000s, I thought racism was dead. Now, when I say that, I don't mean all racist assholes are dead. I'm saying that the world has changed and has become a place, in America anyway, where racism it was being laughed at. Dave Chappelle, prime example. He made fun of black people. He made fun of white people. He made fun of Asians. He made fun of Mexicans. He made fun of everybody. And we loved it. Okay? It's because we can laugh now at the hardships that certain people had to endure in history. And we're still here, and we have evolved and grown enough in ourselves to not hate. There will always be evil people. There will always be racist people. You cannot stop that. As long as the devil reigns, you cannot stop the evil. You can contribute to it, but you can't stop it. Only Jesus can stop it. I just don't know how we got from such a place. When I was young, and me and my cousins, Josh and Richard and Dawn, and the girls, my girl cousins, Jennifer, Crystal, Stephanie, my sister Shelly, We would play Star Wars. Make believe. That's what we did. Make believe. And we knew it was fake. We knew that it wasn't real. We liked it anyway. It was entertainment. But now, entertainment has got such political consequences in it. It has become so political that you cannot enjoy one thing on TV unless it's West Wing or something that has to do with politics. I told my wife that America's biggest problem is boredom. We have made it so easy to live that people don't have to do anything anymore. All they have to do is entertain themselves. Watch TV all day. Watch YouTube all day. Play games all day. Whatever you're fancy, right? Okay? Whatever you're fancy. That's what you do. So, this has got to stop. Boredom is not a good enough reason to be acting a fool. In Rome, they used to have the gladiatorial games. And they had chariot races. And wrestling. Now, why were these things invented? These things were invented to get people's minds off of their everyday life. Yes, we have to deal with life. We have to deal with hardships. We have to deal with loss. We have to deal with death. We have to deal with hunger. We have to deal with hate. We have to deal with homelessness. Name it. We have to deal with these things on a daily basis. So, they created sports and entertainment just so we would have something to do, to where we could leave our worries, if not, but just a little while. And now, we can't even enjoy our sports. We can't enjoy our entertainment because the very thing they created entertainment for they're shoving your daily woes in your face. So the question is, why? Rome's leaders did it so the people would be happy and not think about their everyday, hardships. So why all of a sudden would they try to change that? It's just another question I have. If you have any answers, Leave them in the comments. I'd like to know. I'll probably be back on later. Yeah, it'll be a few hours because putting down a floor takes a while. But when I'm done, I've got something else I want to talk about. So until then, pray for your enemies. Okay? Blessed be the peacemaker. On my channel, you will hear me cuss. On my channel, you will hear me rant. But I am trying to use my channel not to just be seen, to be heard, but it is a form of therapy for me where I can let some stuff out of my own conscience. So don't hate anybody. Hate the sin, love the sinner. That's the way we have to do this. It's the only way we win. Love one another as I have loved you. That comes from Jesus. Love one another as I have loved you. And on that, y'all have a good day. And don't do anything I wouldn't do.